Hello, welcome. My name is Karen Kane, spiritual sober yogi. I am a mom to a teenager boy, divorced mom. I am a sister, daughter, friend. I am also a religious science spiritual practitioner, transformation coach, and certified Buddha yoga instructor. I wasn't always this way. Nope. I was a full time, semi functional drunk. Yeah. Basically, I lived most of my life wondering when I was going to get the next buzz and how I was going to navigate through whatever situation it was that I needed to navigate through to make sure I could get that nice, buzz on, and also, go under the radar and not have people know that this is how I run my life. Basically, always planning my life around the the bottle. Also navigating quantities and what I'm going to drink and how drunk I would get, that kind of thing. Yeah. So this live here, this message is about, step one, the 12 steps. Now, trust me, I can guarantee you, nobody wants to go to an AA meeting. As a matter of fact, my first AA meeting, I was like so scared. I was so scared. My ex husband went with me, and it was like the weirdest experience I've ever experienced, which was unfortunate because it didn't leave a good um, feeling for me. But that being said, is eventually I learned that there's like a million different kinds of meetings in all different locations with all different people, and you can find what works for you, and you just go to those meetings. One meeting might be for you, and another meeting not for you at all. It's really amazing because they're all over the place. You can travel to a different state and hit a meeting, right? It's very, very cool. This particular message here is just to tell you about my story. I like to share, one of the things they say is, share experience, strength, and hope. So here I am. I'm going to share with you guys kind of, my story and how I navigated through it all. And maybe, it'll help you, because what you don't know, you don't know. What you haven't experienced. And so therefore it's scary, right? The unknown is scary. There's like a million, Disney movies or Pixar movies about people like being scared of doing what they need to do, right? To achieve whatever it is, to get to that next level in that movie. And you're in your movie. And so how are you gonna show up in your movie? So the first step, now, the 12 steps. The first step, this is how it reads. We admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. Okay, so I knew at an early age that I had a drinking problem. My blood pressure was high in my early 20s, and I knew that I always needed a drink. I really couldn't function or couldn't not have a drink like every night, right? So and that was the routine. It was like, go to work, drink, go to work, drink. So admitting this, okay, so for me, I knew that I had a drinking problem early on. And my doctor at the time was like, well, these are your options, but you really should stop drinking because your blood pressure. And I think at the time they were talking about putting me on blood pressure medication, but I don't think I did that early on. But here's the thing is I wasn't really ready. Like, I wasn't ready. I thought I would try. So I went to Barnes and Nobles in New York City. And I bought a book, and this book was, you guys are going to love it. I still have this book. How to Stop Drinking, or How to Quit Drinking Without AA. That's how against AA I was. I was like, let me get this book, How to Stop Drinking Without AA. And I read it. I followed a couple things, but it did not stick at all. I think I might have made it a week, possibly a week of not drinking. And it was so hard. But I was also in New York City, and I was young, and all we did was like go to bars, and that was the thing. So it was definitely difficult. Now, so admitting it, I definitely knew at that point in time that I had a problem with alcohol. Did I do anything about it? No. I just raged on. So say that was like maybe 23 years old. I pretty much raged on until I was 45. But there were 2 times that I had a little bit of time in sobriety. First time was about 8 months. Second time was almost a year. Now, why did I do those things? I didn't do those things because I really wanted to quit. I did those things because I felt like I had to quit for some other reason outside of myself. So the 2 times that I did have some sobriety, I didn't do it for myself. I was doing it because I thought I had to do it for outside reasons. So if you're doing it for any other reason besides the fact that, okay, someone mentioned this to me today, sick of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, sick and tired of being sick and tired, because trust me, you're wearing your body out if all you're doing is like putting alcohol in it, drinking, waking up, and doing it over and over again on the hamster wheel of drinking. And then if you're drinking so much that you're passing out, you're risking like your actions. What did you say? What did you do? Hopefully you're not driving. That's why I moved to New York City when I was 21, because I was like, oh man, I can drink all I want because I can just get in a cab and I don't need to have a car, and it's perfect. It's the best place ever. Best bars, they're open like 4 a.m. or almost all night, a lot of them. And yeah, it was the perfect situation for the perfect drunk. Me. So admitting that, I knew, all along, but I think the thing is not just admitting it, it's admitting it and then knowing that you're going to have to take some action. You're going to have to make change. And quite truthfully, you're going to have to totally change your life if you really want to get it and to have a really awesome, live your life full out and live your passion and be, happy and have harmonious relationships. Things that, it's really uncomfortable when you get into that pattern of like numbing yourself because you don't want to really deal with reality. So you're numbing yourself. What is it? Comfortably numb? No, uncomfortably is uncomfortable is what you have to do when you stop drinking. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable because you're going to have to change everything. Honestly, I did. So maybe you don't have to change everything, but I did. Completely had to do a 180. And I did a 180. And so basically, I lost my train of thought because, oh, wait, my life is, oh my gosh. All right. So basically, getting uncomfortable, knowing that you have to make change and you have to do it for you because this is your movie and you're the star. And until you take the reins and take charge of your own movie, everybody else is going to control it for you, or the alcohol is going to control it for you, or whatever it is that you are putting into your body to numb yourself, right? So you can admit that, that you're powerless, but until you take action, nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. And I'll tell you that you have to be open-minded to be uncomfortable and to do things that you've never done before. And here's a little thing is, I think a lot of people also think they have to go into like detox. And maybe you do. I can't say, for sure if you do. I don't know where you're at. But I did not go into detox or rehab. So I don't know if that helps you at all, if you think you have to, because I did not. That's my story. I'm not saying do that because I'm not a medical professional at all. But what I can say is share you my story is I did not go into rehab. I did it on my own. I did go to meetings, 90 meetings in 90 days. I also had a therapist that I went to. I don't think it was every week. It might have been every other week for not too long. I didn't go to them that long, but enough to work through the initial, like, really challenging times of really having to change my whole entire life. And so, yeah. So, just because one person did it one way or tells you like this or that, there's a million different options, and there is something out there for you, and there's the perfect meeting or different meetings for you. In 90 meetings in 90 days, I went to all different kinds of meetings, and then I found what I really liked, and then I would stick with that one as much as I could. If I missed a day for some very, bizarro reason, I would double up the next day. And you know what? Meeting makers make it is definitely one of the cliches, but it is true because I didn't want to go to AA. And when I did go to AA, in my first two like rounds of trying to stay sober, I only went like once a week. Once a week doesn't cut it. And also, you have to be open-minded to just sit there and suck it up like a sponge and keep your mouth shut in the beginning. Just sit there, listen, keep your mouth shut. You listen to the people and their stories and keep your mouth shut in the beginning, because in the beginning you're like fog brain. You got to just suck it up and listen and understand that you're taking action to change your life, and your life will, like the promises, beyond the life beyond your wildest dreams. And that's so true for me. I like never thought I could do all these things and be all these things and be the mom that I am and the friend that I am and the daughter that I am now. It's a really amazing, beautiful, beautiful journey. And it's your journey and it's no one else's. So I wanted to share that particular aspect of it as well for you. But so yeah, you can admit that it's unmanageable, but until you take action, which is the steps, right? Like you got to do the steps. So it all makes sense, now. But at the time, it seems really scary, but it's not. It's really not. It's all there to help you grow and to break the chains of that addiction and to the bottle. And trust me, there are tons of people. You'll make friends that that will support you. You're never alone. Yeah, like I didn't have any really friends when I was toward the part of my drinking. I started dating somebody who was emotionally unavailable. So they weren't there. I wasn't there. It was like ridiculously like not a non-existent relationship. I don't even know. Yeah. So through the whole process, you learn, you grow, and you're breaking patterns that no longer serve you, and you're working through the past patterns that you might not even understand that you had. So you get to also make amends with people if you were a jerk. And so you might have severed ties, but you might be able to get them all back again. So there's so much beauty and joy and transformation and growth and expansion, especially spiritually as well, in recovery. So before you poo-poo it. I ask you to open, your mind, be open, receptive to something new and change. And you got to do it for you. You got to do it for you. And so do me a favor. Take your hands, give yourself a hug, and say, I am worthy. 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 And know that you are never alone. You got this. I want to leave you with one thing, which is the Serenity Prayer. So when I did get sober this time around, which is 6 years now, what I went through a lot. And the person that I was talking about is that I was dating, lived with us for like 4.5 years, left me. And so while I was trying to get sober and going through so much change and everything, gosh, and then him leaving, one of the biggest things that helped me get through every single day in the morning and whenever I was challenged and felt emotionally like, how am I going to do this? I would recite the Serenity Prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like it, subscribe, and hit the bell so you'll be notified when I upload or go live on this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Peace, love, and namaste. Bye.